up for this one. Kind of fully expected when I made this Vegas Atlanta team. Probably wouldn't talk about them. They'd finish near the bottom of the league, and that would be the end of that. But because when you're doing any sort of season simulation in this game, something has to go completely insane. I now have to show the Vegas Golden Thrashers of Atlanta because they currently sit second in the Pacific Division. I believe second in the entire NHL behind the Oilers. And they have had an absolutely remarkable season. So it would not be fair to go through this regular season and not show the Golden Thrashers at least once. So we'll show this game here against the Florida Panthers, who are locked in this little mess of playoff contention in the Eastern Conference from about 61 points on down. That's third in the Atlantic all the way down. Third in the Atlantic, also the first wildcard spot is 61 points. Really nobody's left out, down to about probably seventh in the Atlantic. The Sabres at about 55. Everybody's still right around the hunt there. The Atlantic Division has about 7 teams trying to make the playoffs. Original 16, the Leafs are out. The Panthers, 2 games in hand on the Leafs, 1 game in hand on the Senators in the second spot, 3 games in hand on the Bruins. This will be a big game for them as well. So there's a spot for them. They're a game behind the Islanders, so it's certainly this Atlantic Division that's going to be their key so far. They're 25, 21, and 6 coming into this one. Their leading scorer, Pavel Bure, also the leading scorer in the league in goals with 39, 58 points in 52 games for Bure. As I'll go over and take a look at the Vegas team here. Danny Heatley, their leading scorer. He's second, tied for second in goals on the league as well. Same amount of points as Bure in a couple more games. Danny Heatley, Ilya Kovalchuk, sort of the imports from the Atlanta side of things. Also Ray Ferraro and Vyacheslav Kozlov, and the backup goaltender Johan Franzen make up the Atlanta contingent of this team. Other than that, it's pretty much the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and they are harnessing the magic they had in their first season in the NHL. They are doing that here in the Legends League. So let's take a look at the Thrashers, the Golden Thrashers, as they take on the Florida Panthers. Okay, I think I'm going to roll with the Thrashers, more Thrashers-inspired uniform there. We'll give the Panthers the whites on this one. That's fine. We'll probably see the Golden Thrashers again in the playoffs. Not too sure about the Panthers, but we'll see. Sunrise, Florida, the BB&T Center is the home for this game. A cross-conference battle between the Las Vegas Golden Thrashers of Atlanta and the Florida Panthers. Johan Hedberg will be the backup. He gets the start in this one for the Golden Thrashers. And he'll go head-to-head against the Panthers' Roberto Luongo. Maybe we should have gone and said it so that Fleury was the starter. Oh well. If they go in with the backup, that'll be even more funny. William Karlsson. Sasha Barkov on the draw. Puck is dropped, and here we go. Danny Heatley will bring it in for the Golden Thrashers. He's turned back at the blue line as Shea Theodore has it now. Shea Theodore back for Danny Heatley. Ilya Kovalchuk comes in. Theodore up to William Karlsson. Karlsson shot from a ways out, kicked out there from Roberto Luongo. Comes back out to center and played in. Danny Heatley tried to play it back, picked off there by Barkov. As Huberto's pass set up across, stick down by Heatley. Nate Schmidt up to Ilya Kovalchuk. Kovalchuk for Schmidt, walks in, takes the shot and scores. Nate Schmidt opens the scoring for the Golden Thrashers. An early 1-goal lead. Of course, it's the first goal of the game. Why would it be a 1-goal lead? Schmidt one-on-one here with Luongo. Gets the pass from Kovalchuk. And he'll just sneak this one past Luongo. A nice shot there from the defenseman Schmidt. And the Golden Thrashers have an early lead. See Ray Ferraro behind the benches. We see Ray Ferraro at center ice as well. He loses the draw there. To Ole Jokinen. Jokinen to Mellanby with a shot. That one's handled by Johan Hedberg. Jonathan Marchessault across the Max Pacioretty. Pacioretty coming in, takes the shot, blockered away into the corner. Jay Bouwmeester tried to play it across. Marchessault's on it. Now Nathan Horton. Horton across to Bouwmeester. Bouwmeester plays it up ice. There's Scott Mellanby. Mellanby, shot to the front of the net. Chance for Horton. Couldn't quite get there. He smashed into the net. As he had a wide open net to shoot at there and couldn't quite tuck it in. Ferraro Jokinen still on the draw here again. Ferraro pushes forward. Miller gave it away. Scott Mellanby to Ole Jokinen. Back to Brian Campbell. Campbell can't get around. Tried to send it in there for Jokinen. Ferraro picks it off. And he'll skate it into the zone. Ray Ferraro cuts back to the point. Gets it back in front. Marchessault a chance. Good save there by Luongo. Scott Mellanby now up to Nathan Horton. Horton comes in for Florida. Horton to the corner. Sends it in front. McNabb able to pick that off as the Golden Thrashers break out. Miller takes the shot straight on, and Luongo hangs on. Thomas Nosek, Vincent Trocheck on the draw. Nosek wins it. John Merrill, he's rushed by Radek Dvorak. He'll pick it up and skate up with it. Dvorak comes in. Sends it to the front of the net looking for Stephen Weiss, and a good pick off there. And it's taken back the other way. Vyacheslav Kozlov to the corner, drops it back. Going around behind the net, sends it in front. There's Derek Englund. Big chance at the point. Nosek gets blocked in front. Weiss over now to Vincent Trocheck. Trocheck comes in. Cuts back Weiss. Weiss to the slot. Shoots, gloved by Hedberg, who hangs on. Golden Thrashers come out of their zone with the puck. Dropping it back, there's Pierre-Edouard Bellemare for John Merrill. Sends it up, it's picked off here by Rob Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer will skate out of the zone with it, into the attacking end. Niedermeyer drops it back. There's Schwela. Ed Jovanovski back to Robert Schwela with a shot straight on and gloved by Hedberg. Hasn't been tested much, but he's made some nice saves when he has been. Hedberg maybe more known for his short time with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He had a fantastic season in the early 2000s. A straight call-up from, I believe at the time, the Winnipeg Moose, if I remember correctly. Still had his gear and his mask with the big moose on it. And that started a bit of a Hedberg Moose mania at that time, with the Penguins fans wearing moose antlers in the stands that season. Ended up playing for the Atlanta Thrashers as well. That's why he finds his way on this team as the backup to Marc-Andre Fleury. Ilya Kovalchuk with it now for the Golden Thrashers. In behind the net, Kovalchuk out of the corner, sends it back to the point. Heatley's on it. Danny Heatley cuts away. He's pinned up against the boards there by Jovanovski. Tries to kick it out. Kovalchuk has it. Kovalchuk Skates away, gets free, takes the shot. Good save by Roberto Luongo. Jay Bomeister knocked off the puck. He will recover it, though. And they will play it up. Olli Jokinen. Longtime franchise points leader for this club, the Florida Panthers. But just recently, just this season in the NHL, Jonathan Huberdeau took over that mantle. As Jokinen takes the shot. Good chance. Mellanby scores. Mellanby picks up the rebound from the Olli Jokinen shot. And it's Scott Mellanby tying the game for the Panthers. Hedberg had to spread out to make that first save on Jokinen, and that left him out to dry for the rebound attempt. And a nice backhand in front. Scott Mellanby found himself alone. Of course, the story of the Vegas Golden Knights making their way to the Stanley Cup Final in their first season. The best ever performance by an expansion team outside of the next six era. The Florida Panthers, no strangers to Cinderella stories of their own. They found their way in the Stanley Cup Finals early on in their lifespan as well. The 1996 Stanley Cup Final. That goal there that was just scored, Scott Mellanby, was a big part of that team. The original sort of expansion Cinderella story just came up short to the Colorado Avalanche, as the Golden Knights did to the Washington Capitals. Riley Smith coming in now for the Golden Thrashers. Miller takes the shot. That one's kicked away by Luongo. Smith takes a shot straight on again into the glove of Roberto Luongo. Of course, the third team in this equation here, the Atlanta Thrashers, no real success story to talk about on that front. So we'll just leave that at that. But we do see some big names that needed to be included from that team in this little Legends experiment here. So that's why we see them combine with the Golden Knights to make this team. Steven Wyson went in now for Florida. Weiss sends it out in front. That one's knocked away as the Golden Thrashers pick it up again. Pacioretty coming in. Pacioretty curls back. Spins in again now for Marchessault. Into Pacioretty. He's knocked off the puck there by Trocheck. Marchessault gets it back though. Back to the point. Merrill for Miller. Shot off a stick. Pacioretty over to Ferraro. He can't find a way to it. Still has it though. Ferraro. Pacioretty. Shot in the net. Kicked away by Luongo. Ferraro sending it out in front looking for Marchessault. Couldn't get it. Marchessault to Pacioretty. A backhander. And that's stopped by Roberto Luongo. Great chances there from the Golden Thrashers as they try to regain their lead. William Karlsson wins that draw. John Merrill steps in. Now it's blocked. Brian Campbell up to Scott Mellanby, the goal scorer so far for Florida as he comes in offside. Him and Horton get crossed up at the blue line. Face off one. Big giveaway. Mellanby in front. Great save, Hedberg. Wow, what a read there from Scott Mellanby. Karlsson wins the draw, and Mellanby just jumps forward, able to pick it off and get a breakaway straight off the faceoff, the lost faceoff, no less. A great effort there from Mellanby and a fantastic save from the goaltender Hedberg. Jay Bomeister shot up high, straight into the glove of Hedberg, who hangs on again, getting tested more now. Is Hedberg. And he's showing he's equal to the task here. Draw scrummed. Still fighting for it in the circle. William Karlsson's going to find it. And they'll break out of their zone. Here's Danny Heatley. Heatley heads to the corner, turns back. Heatley to the front there for Karlsson. Now Theodore back to Karlsson. He sends it off the boards to the point for Schmidt. Works it back into Carlson. Carlson centering it in front. Kovalchuk with a chance goes wide. Heatley walks it in front, takes the shot, missed the net as well. Jokinen up to Mellanby, one-on-one. Mellanby can't quite get by, still has it. Still fighting for it, but Schmidt comes back and takes it away. Nate Schmidt has the goal for the Golden Thrashers here. Gets another chance there. Knocked away by Luongo. Here's Pavel Bure. Bure comes in, takes the shot, rebound. Barkov couldn't get to it in time to get a shot at the net. Keeps it alive though. Campbell sends it in looking for Bure. It's picked off as Alex Tuck plays it up ice. Gets a return pass from Heatley. Stolen though by Robert Svela. Huberdeau tried to play it up ice. Cody Eakins on that one. And the Golden Thrashers get it back. Alex Tuck crosses into the zone. Tuck sends it out in front. Picked off there by Nick Bukestad. Bukestad up to Bill Lindsay. Lindsay shoots. Rebounds there in front. Huberdeau couldn't get to it. He was tied up. Gets back though. Lindsay chance up high. Good save by Hedberg. Final minute of the first period. Great game between these two so far. Goal apiece. As the Panthers found a way to pour it on there in that shift. Bukestad wins the draw. Robert Svela across the Jovanovski, just slid out of the zone. Hey, Jovanovski, former first overall pick for the Florida Panthers. Bill Lindsay coming in. Lindsay takes the shot low along the ice. Good job there by Hedberg to make the save and control the rebound. Four seconds left in the period. Noshik and Bukestad on the draw. Noshik wins it clean, and that'll do it for the first period. Nate Schmidt gets the first goal for the Vegas Golden Thrashers of Atlanta. And then it's Scott Mellanby answering back for the Panthers. As we'll end the first period with a tie game scored 1-1. There's the Schmidt goal. Off the pass there from Ilya Kovalchuk. And then Florida. Olli Jokinen gets the shot. Hedberg makes the first save. And then Scott Mellanby left alone in front. Shovels home the rebound. Ties the game. And that's the score after one. Shots a slight advantage for the Panthers. Only one though. 13-12 after a period of play. Tie game after one. Second period incoming. Barkov wins the draw in the second period underway. Here comes Sasha Barkov. Barkov tried to drop it. Heatley read it and picked it up. Heatley up to Kovalchuk. Ilya Kovalchuk takes the shot up high. Nice glove save there from Roberto Luongo. Quick chance to start the period there from the Golden Thrashers. Huberdeau has it behind his net for Florida. Huberdeau up to Ed Jovanovski. Jovanovski comes in himself. Heads towards the corner. Jovanovski sends it out in front. Couldn't find Huberdeau. Ends up into a giveaway. Here's one-on-one here. Danny Heatley. Heatley drops it back. Pass sent in there by Theodore, picked off, but taken back by the Golden Thrashers. Carlson wheeling around the zone. Tried to send it into the corner. That's picked off. And here come the Panthers. Pavel Bure. Bure comes in. Bure goes to the corner. Drops it back. Jokinen shot. Glove down by Hedberg, who hangs on. Face off now to the right of Johan Hedberg. Ray Ferraro. Olli Jokinen on this draw. Ferraro pushes forward. Gains the puck and gets out of the zone. Ferraro coming in. Ferraro stops up, looks to the front. Marchessault couldn't get it. As Horton comes back and seals it. Nathan Horton. It's played up now to Scott Mellanby. Mellanby back for Jokinen. His shot up high. And gloved by Hedberg. Jokinen pushes forward. Mellanby comes in. Shot doesn't get through. Nathan Horton. Jay Bomeister a shot. It was Mellenby looking in front for a tip, but Hedberg placed himself in front of Mellenby. Doesn't let him get his stick through to deflect that shot. Great play there by Hedberg, not only to make the save, of course, but to position himself in a way that Mellenby was irrelevant. Good chance there for Brian Campbell, a blasted wide. Jonathan Marchessault. Braden McNabb gets a return pass and comes in. McNabb for Riley Smith. Smith for Ferraro. Back to Smith. Comes in. A shot goes wide. Rebound off the boards there for Pacioretty. Couldn't sneak it the short side on the Wongo. Olli Jokinen comes in. Jokinen stops up. Drops it back for Laus. Sends it into the corner. That's picked off there by Miller, who lifts the stick at Dvorak. Dvorak has it, though. Played it off the back of the net. Miller's on it. Now Jokinen. Long shift here for Jokinen. Plays it all the way back to the point. There's Brian McCabe. McCabe for Weiss. Back to Dvorak. To McCabe. Into Jokinen. Looking for the short side. Good save there. McNabb poked off the puck by Dvorak. Kept in the zone. Stephen Weiss. That's off a stick. McCabe couldn't quite keep it in. As the Panthers now have to regroup at center. Radek Dvorak coming in again. Dvorak to the corner. Picked off in behind by Miller. Dvorak gets it back. Try to jam it at the short side. Good stop, Hedberg. Now Ferraro plays it up to Tuck, who crosses center and dumps it in. As the Golden Thrashers will go off for a change there. Great pressure from the Panthers once again. Stephen Weiss coming in now again for Florida. Weiss to Laus jumping in. Takes the shot. And that was knocked away. Alex Tuck for John Merrill. Merrill comes in. Still has it. Merrill can't get around Jovanovski, though. Good play by him to knock that away. Now Bjugstad comes in. Sends it out in front. Looked across there for Lindsay. Couldn't get to it. Good defensive play by Schmidt, I believe that was in front, to knock that away. Now Rob Niedermeyer kicks it in for Bill Lindsay. To Bjugstad. Backhander on the net. Good save. Merrill. Derek Englund. He'll skate it out of the zone. Englund heads it in the corner. Try to send it out in front. That's picked off, though, by Rob Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer up now to Bill Lindsay. 2-on-1 maybe forming. Lindsay coming in. Lindsay drops it back. Jovanovski jumping up. Good chance. Rebound chance for Barkov off the body of Englund. Is turned away by Hedberg. And here comes Ilya Kovalchuk again in for the Golden Thrashers. Sticked away. Good defensive play there by Jovanovski. Kovalchuk back on it, though. Kovalchuk to Carlson. Shot. Good save. Rebound cleared by Jovanovski. Bill Lindsay crosses center. Dumps it in. They'll get a change. Nate Schmidt. Shea Theodore. Now Ilya Kovalchuk crosses center into the zone. Kovalchuk to Heatley. Heatley shoots. Just wide of the net. Kept in by Theodore. Carlson. Kovalchuk. Heatley. Backhander scores. Great passing play there from the Golden Thrashers. And Danny Heatley gets the goal as the Golden Thrashers pull ahead by 1. Great passing effort there. Carlson to Kovalchuk, and Kovalchuk spots Heatley, who finds enough room in front to get left alone. A great backhander here to lift that up past the blocker Luongo, and Danny Heatley ties Pavel Bure for top of the NHL in goals so far in this one.
Las Vegas goal scored by number 50, assisted
39 goals
Ilya Kovalchuk, and by number
for Danny Heatley.
Carlson. Time of the goal, 11 minutes.
Haven't quite passed the halfway, just maybe past the halfway point so far in this season. Some great goal scoring efforts from Heatley and Pavel Bure on these two teams. And there's Bomeister coming in and scores. A quick response from Florida. Jonathan Huberdeau spots Pavel Bure. A great save there from Hedberg, but Jay Bomeister jumps into the play, finds the rebound. Just as Pavel Bure tried to claim top spot in goal scoring for himself after Heatley tied him. He's robbed by Hedberg, but Jay Bomeister gets the goal as the Panthers quickly tie the game back up. Shea Theodore jumping in now. Theodore shot. Whipped over top of the net. Nate Schmidt. Kozlov in for Noshik. Big chance for Kozlov. Straight into the glove of Luongo. He didn't even move. It just went right into his glove. Pavel Bure, Paul Kariya, now Danny Heatley. all with 39 goals on the season. They lead the league in goals. Shea Theodore drops it back. Nate Schmidt off the boards into the corner. Brian Campbell picks that off. And here come the Panthers. Nathan Horton coming in. Horton shot straight on into the chest of Hedberg. Max Pacioretty for Nate Schmidt. Now Ray Ferraro. Up to Jonathan Marchessault. Marchessault shoots. Good save there from Luongo. It's into the corner. Panthers pick it up and skate it out. Nathan Horton coming in. Horton sends it around the boards. John Merrill's on that. He'll play it up to Jonathan Marchessault. 6 minutes left to go in the second period. Marchessault comes in. Marchessault drops it back. England. Now Ferraro. Ferraro across to Marchessault. Merrill. England shoots. Blasted wide. England. Marchessault. Good hit there. Able to break that up. Now Nathan Horton. Horton. Big one-timer chance. It's in behind Hedberg. Just able to keep it out. I believe that was Paul Louse. Yeah, it was. Paul Louse with that big one-timer chance. That just about squeezed past Hedberg. Pierre-Edouard Bellemare crosses center, dumps it in. Louse back for it, up to Trocheck, now Dvorak. Radek Dvorak into the zone. Dvorak comes in. Drops back, goes into the slot. Drops it back, big shot from Svela. That one deflected wide. Just wide of the net. Bellemare across to Alex Tuck. Tuck curls back, sends it in. Eakin, good chance, it's poked away. Bellemare shot, save, rebounds in front. Can't quite get a handle on it there to Eakin. And the Panthers will clear. 3 minutes left to go in the second. Bugstad, Dvorak shoots just wide. Stephen Weiss on it. He's tripped up. Penalty coming. Weiss walks it in front, shoots, scores. Stephen Weiss comes out of the corner. Beats Hedberg 5-hole. And on the delayed penalty, the Panthers get their first lead of the game. Braden McNabb trips up Weiss in the corner. He's able to get back to his feet, get to the puck. And instead of going around the net, makes a quick move to the front. And Hedberg, who's on his post there, not able to get down in time to close the 5-hole. A great move from Stephen Weiss. Gets the goal for Florida. They lead it now 3-2.
Florida goal is 10th of the season, scored by number 9, assisted by number 19, and by number
Jovanovski up to Bugstad as the Panthers have the puck. Nick Bugstad flips it in. Rob Niedermeyer's going to go in there, but McNabb gets to it first. Good play by him as he plays it up now to Danny Heatley. Heatley coming in. Danny Heatley cuts back. Leaves it for McNabb. McNabb into Carlson, a shot. Good save. Rebound comes out. Heatley's on it. Drops it for McNabb. Now Kovalchuk to Heatley. Bad angle shot there. Luongo had to come across and make the save. Barkov, Noshik on this draw. Scrum, Florida gets control briefly. Now it's Bure on it. He will control it. And the Panthers will break it out of the zone. Ooh, just about gave that away, but now Bure on it. Final minute of the second. 40 seconds, actually. Bure to the point. Gets it back. Campbell. Bouwmeester. Back to Campbell. To Bouwmeester. Trying to find a way to the net. Bouwmeester on it as that was poked away. Kept it in the zone. Bouwmeester behind the net to Huberdeau. Huberdeau to Barkov. Across to Bouwmeester. Final seconds. Bouwmeester's pass taken away as Kozlov will come in and try to get a shot. He does. It's blocked. And that's the end of the period. The Golden Thrashers, Danny Heatley, got their lead back earlier on in the period. On that shot there, that made it 2-1, and then 2 goals from the Panthers. Including this one from Stephen Weiss. That made it 3-2 and gave the Panthers their first lead of the game. They'll take that lead into the third period. A little bit of an advantage in shots for them as well. They got a 6-shot lead on the Golden Thrashers here. And a very even game, though, so far. Jay Bouwmeester was the one to get that tying goal before Weiss's goal that gave him the lead. We'll head into the third period with the Florida Panthers leading the Las Vegas Golden Thrashers of Atlanta 3-2. Third period underway. Florida wins the draw off the stick of Sasha Barkov. He'll get the pass from Jovanovski and bring it in. Barkov cuts back to the point. Svela in for Jovanovski. Jovanovski shot. Stopped by Johan Hedberg, and he'll hang on. Barkov, Carlson on the draw. Barkov wins it again. Jovanovski plays it across to Robert Svela. In for Pavel Bure. And now to Barkov. Barkov's tried to skate it back. It's picked off, and here comes Kovalchuk. Chance for a break. Ilya Kovalchuk in shot. Stopped by Luongo. Kovalchuk just had a step. Couldn't quite get free enough to make a move, but got a good shot on Luongo. Either way, but Luongo going to make that nice save there and hang on to the rebound as well. Barkov wins another draw, this time from his own zone. And that'll get the Panthers up and out. Here comes Bure in. Bure to Jovanovski. Jovanovski, pass across. Got picked off. And the Golden Thrashers will clear the zone. It's Danny Heatley in now. Heatley drops it back. Schmidt try to get it back into Heatley. It's picked off though by Robert Svela. And the Panthers will come back in. Mellenby drops it for Barkov. Barkov takes a shot up high. Just about handcuffed Hedberg there. Able to grab it off his right shoulder and hang on. Second line's found their way on the ice now. Ray Ferraro, Olli Jokinen on this draw. Ferraro wins it in his own end. And the Golden Thrashers clear out. Max Pacioretty coming in. Pacioretty takes the shot straight on, and Luongo absorbs that one and hangs on with Jonathan Marchessault right there in front of him. Another storyline between these three franchises, two teams here. Of course, that run by the Vegas Golden Knights. Two members of their top line, Riley Smith and Jonathan Huberdeau, both came from the Florida Panthers in the trading trickery that got done before that expansion draft. Just Ferraro coming in with a chance. Good back check there. I believe that was Nathan Horton who took that away from him. Mellenby comes in with a shot. That one gloved by Hedberg, and he hangs on. Back to that connection between the Vegas and Florida teams. Riley Smith and Jonathan Marchessault, two of the biggest pieces of that team that made it all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals. We'll see what stories like that will have an impact on the incoming Seattle expansion in the NHL. But there's another little connection between these two seemingly unrelated teams. A good deflection there as Luongo grabbed that out of the air. Wow. That hit Noshik in front and took a big change of direction. Luongo able to find it. Radek Dvorak skates it out of the zone into the attacking end. Dvorak drops it back to the point, sends it out in front. It was in behind Trocheck. He was being tied up anyway, wouldn't have gotten it. And here comes Riley Smith. Smith, big chance there. That's blocked by a louse off the stick there of Thomas Noshik. Trocheck. Dvorak into the corner. Around behind the net, Trocheck. In front for Rob Niedermeyer. He spins away. Gets the return pass. Now in front to Dvorak, a shot straight on. And handled by Hedberg. Niedermeyer, shot deflected. It's at the side of the net. He could just about put it in himself. He was able to clear it away there. Good interception by Niedermeyer at that pass at center. And the Panthers get it back. Lindsay trying to come in. He's knocked off the puck. Englund will take it. He plays it up to Alex Tuck, and it's skated in. Tuck gets around. Good move there by Tuck to get around McCabe. And a nice save by Luongo. Some scrums happening after the whistle there. This game's been so close since the start. Maybe we're starting to see some tensions rising here as either team tries to find an advantage. Both fourth lines on the ice now. Bukestad and Eakin on this draw. Theodore, Schmidt, shot. Off a body in front and into the corner. Belmar on it. Belmar tried to go around behind the net. Bukestad cut him off and stole the puck. Bukestad to Lindsay. Now for Jovanovski up to Niedermeyer. Niedermeyer pushed off the puck there by Shea Theodore. He'll play it back. Schmidt now to Pacioretty. Max Pacioretty comes in, takes a shot straight on into the glove of the Wongo. Does a good job hanging on there. He had Cody Eakin on the doorstep. Just about halfway through the third, Panthers still lead by 1. Barkov and Ferraro on this draw. Good draw in there by Ferraro. Pacioretty, the point, Schmidt. Theodore, Pacioretty, that's off a stick. And comes down. Huberdeau couldn't jump through to get to the puck. Thrashers will have to come back for it. And they do. Here's Ferraro coming in. Marchessault going to the net. Good shot from Ferraro. And the Wongo hangs on. Barkov line stays out for Florida. Golden Thrashers counter with their top line. Carlson who wins the draw. Couldn't get it through there. It's blocked by Brian Campbell. And now played up ice to Jonathan Huberdeau. Huberdeau spins it back. Barkov in for Huberdeau. Huberdeau shot goes wide. Chance just about came back out in front. Schmidt got in his way though. Didn't allow him to get that chance. Now Ilya Kovalchuk spinning around the zone. Kovalchuk in for Heatley. Heatley back to Kovalchuk, back to Heatley. Heatley comes in, shoots, good backhander there. Gloved down by Luongo, who makes the save. This time it's the Golden Thrashers who keep their top line on. Florida sends up the Jokinen line. That return pass attempt picked off by Mellanby. Mellanby across now to Jokinen. Jokinen back to Mellanby. Good stick from behind there from Braden McNabb to break that up. Mellanby would have had a great chance. Now coming back in is Heatley. Heatley, there's McNabb. Carlson couldn't quite get a stick on it. And Luongo hangs on. 8:11 left to go now in the third period. Golden Thrashers trying to press here to tie the game. Noshik wins the draw. McNabb in for Kozlov. Kozlov for Miller. Back to McNabb. In for Miller. Back to McNabb. Trying to find a way to the net. Throws it back to Miller again. In for Smith. Back to Miller. In for McNabb. Traffic in front. Can't get a shot. Back and forth. Miller into the corner. Noshik now for Smith. Smith tried to go back for Noshik. It's picked off by Brian McCabe. And the Panthers will clear to center, but not much farther than that as Nathan Horton takes a penalty. Horton gave the puck away and quickly takes a penalty to try to get it back. A big chance coming here for the Vegas Golden Thrashers of Atlanta. Nathan Horton to the box for tripping. 7 minutes left to go in the third. Big power play here for the Golden Thrashers. Ferraro, big chance. Heatley gloved down by Luongo. Great play off the draw to set up their best goal scorer, Heatley. But a better save from Luongo. Ferraro pushes forward. Heatley comes in and just shot it wide. Miller, Kovalchuk, his shot deflected and stopped as Svela finds it and sends it down the ice. This top unit for the Golden Thrashers is deadly, and they're showing it so far. Some big chances already. Kovalchuk in front, takes the shot. Rebound comes out. It's picked up by Svela, and he's taken down. Danny Heatley takes down Robert Svela. And the power play done early. The sense of urgency there from the Golden Thrashers might have cost Danny Heatley. He wanted to get that puck back at all costs. To try to keep the pressure up, ends up tripping Svela. And we're going to go to 4-on-4 here for a minute 27. Bure. Over to Barkov, his shot. Bure shoots, scores! Pavel Bure He is now in sole possession of top spot in league scoring. And what a timely goal. The insurance marker the Panthers wanted. Off the penalty from Danny Heatley that puts it back to 4-on-4. That's why the faceoff all the way back in the zone. Barkov finds Bure. He buries it. And the Panthers have a 2-goal lead. Pavel Bure's 40th goal this season. The first man to 40 goals on the season. Extends this team's lead to 2. Still a minute left, a 4-on-4 situation here as Huberdeau comes in for Florida. Dropping it back to Schwele. In for Weiss. His shot blocked away by Hedberg. Into the corner. Ferraro's on it. He'll skate it out now up to Max Pacioretty. 45 seconds left. The 4-on-4s will go now. As Pacioretty's extra move put Ferraro offside. Weiss pushes forward. Huberdeau comes in. Ends up giving it back to Ferraro, though, as here comes the Golden Thrashers. Good play there by Brian Campbell to step up on Pacioretty. That forces a turnover. Weiss dumps it in. Derek England's the first one back there. Huberdeau steals it right in front. Good chance. Stopped by Hedberg. It was Weiss on the hit that freed up the puck. That found Jonathan Huberdeau pretty much alone in front. We didn't have much time to work with, though. Just got a shot on the backhand. And Hedberg able to make that nice save. Weiss wins the draw. Brian McCabe. In for Weiss. Weiss gets free in front. Looks across. Huberdeau shoots. Good save. Rebound. Rattling around in front. Everybody battling for it. It's still loose in front. Merrill's able to find it and play it up ice to William Karlsson, who's in 1-on-2. Karlsson trying to drag it through. Good stick from McCabe. Karlsson still has it, though. England in for Karlsson. Drops it back. Merrill. Big shot goes wide. 30 seconds here of power play time for the Panthers as Nathan Horton comes out of the box. Horton to Barkov. Barkov shoots. Scores! Sasha Barkov. Power play goal from the Panthers as they pull ahead even more here in the third. Nathan Horton with a burst of speed out of the box. As his penalty expired, he puts his team on the power play as soon as he steps on the ice. That sets up a 2-on-1 with Barkov. Horton to Barkov. Barkov looking over at Horton the whole way. Freezes Hedberg with the threat of the pass. And just snipes it. Top corner, a brilliant shot from Barkov. And that Danny Heatley penalty comes back to bite the Golden Thrashers again. First play after the penalty of the face-off in their own zone is when Bure gets his goal. And as soon as Horton steps out of the box, with Heatley still in the box, the Panthers' power play extends their lead now to 3 late in the third period. Jokinen couldn't get around Colin Miller. He'll get it back. Here's Miller. Miller in. Waits for help. Into Belmar. Belmar shoots. Gloved by Luongo when he hangs on. A big game for the Panthers in terms of the standings here, this one. The Golden Thrashers pretty secure up near the top of the league. Second in their division. Only 2 points back of the league leading Oilers. But as far as their playoff position is concerned, pretty safe at this point. But the Panthers know they need to win absolutely every game they can. Presented with the opportunity, the backup goaltender here in Johan Hedberg. They've capitalized 5 times on Hedberg, who's really, most of the goals can't really be blamed too much on him. He's made some great saves as well. McNabb shot save. Rebound. Noshik with a chance. Couldn't handle a rebound and get a shot. Still fighting in the corner with it. Louse has it now to Nathan Horton. Minute 40 left to go in the third. Florida up by 3. Here's Horton. Takes the shot straight on. That one's knocked away. Smith to Noshik. Noshik spins back in for Smith. Couldn't get the shot from the slot. Final minute left to go in the third period. Here's Lindsay in for Florida. Lindsay in for Louse. Louse back to Bukestad. Bukestad to Louse. Big one-timer shot. Deflects in front off the top of the glove of Hedberg. He's just able to tip it up over top of the net. Final 40 seconds now of the third. This one as good as done, but here comes Riley Smith into Schmidt. Schmidt's shot. Knocked away by Luongo. Final 30 seconds. Schmidt steals it from Lindsay. Heatley looking back, picked off by Niedermeyer. It's still kept in the zone. Played into the corner. Final 20 seconds here. As the Panthers gain control. As applause rains down from the Florida crowd. There's a giveaway, maybe a break chance here for Schmidt. Whoa, a huge hit. Takes down two players, a penalty incoming against the Golden Thrashers there somehow as Bure scores. Pavel Bure gets his 41st of the season, extending his goal-scoring lead. I don't know what just happened there. Final seconds of this game, just an absolutely huge hit. I think it was Brian McCabe coming off the bench, takes out two Golden Thrashers. There was going to be a penalty on the play to Vegas somehow. And then Bure gets a goal with 6 seconds to go, so we'll never really find out what that penalty was going to be. We're going to go back and take a look at that crazy hit at the end of the game here, but Bure pads some stats at the end of the game as the Florida Panthers defeat the Vegas Golden Thrashers of Atlanta 6-2 in this one. A close game for most of it. The score not really indicative of how play went through most of this game. Well, the Panthers sort of took over late. The turning point of this game, the Panthers were up by 1. The Golden Thrashers had a chance on the power play. Danny Heatley takes a penalty that cuts the power play short. Because of the penalty, the faceoff comes all the way back into the Thrashers zone. Pavel Bure gets a goal off that draw. And then after the 4-on-4 situation ends, the Panthers with a power play sets up a 2-on-1 from Nathan Horton, who just stepped out of the box. That was the 5-2 goal. So that penalty from Danny Heatley breaks this game from a situation where the Golden Thrashers had a chance to tie it into a place where the Panthers totally take control and find themselves coasting to a victory. A 6-2 victory over the second-place team in the league. 3 stars in this one. Sasha Barkov, a goal and an assist. Roberto Luongo, 33 saves for him. Wins the goaltending duel against Johan Hedberg, also with 33 saves on the game. And Pavel Bure, an assist earlier in the game, then 2 goals in the third period. Gets his 40th and 41st to put him first in the league in goal scoring. Now firmly in that position, 2 goals ahead of Paul Correa with 39 and Danny Heatley, who had his 39th as well in this game. We'll just take a quick look here at the end of this game, just before that Bure goal. There's a point here in the final 10 seconds where it looks like it's Riley Smith coming up. He's going to have a chance for a break, and it's actually Bure. I thought it might have been McCabe. I thought it was a defenseman, but it's actually Bure. Comes out of off the bench and just absolutely lays out Smith. His follow-through ends up taking down Shea Theodore. And I think what might be getting called here is there's a penalty on this play that's going to be to Vegas. Oh, right there away. It's with the play of the puck. So Bure wipes out Smith. Just about takes out Kovalchuk. Does end up taking out the defenseman Shea Theodore as well. Bjugstad gets to this puck, and right here, Kovalchuk gets a hook in on Bjugstad. So that's where the penalty was coming. They're able to play it up. And that sets up the goal from Bure. Bure just really wanted that 41st goal. In the final seconds there, just lays out 2 Golden Thrashers. Picks up a goal with 6 seconds left to go in a 5-2 game. Maybe something was said on the ice at some point. I don't know where that hit from Bure comes from. But it extends his lead in goal scoring as a result of that play. So that's the end of the game there. Florida Panthers defeat the Las Vegas Golden Thrashers of Atlanta 6-2.